God gave me the ability as a young boy to know that I was going to be somebody that the world would know. I didn't think fighting, but I don't know. I always thought I was Jim Brown.
You knew from the beginning the world was going to know who Mike Tyson was.
100%, yeah.
At what age did you know that?
14.
Why is that?
Because I was beating everybody at 14.
Hey, what was Mike Tyson like?
I believe after I was born, times had gotten rough. Her and my father started having altercations and he left, and I guess the load was too much for her to carry, so we moved into a different neighborhood, which was the Brownville section of Brooklyn. If anyone's familiar with that neighborhood, it was just very horrific, very tough, very gruesome kind of place.
Give me the money!
I was abused anyway a human being can be abused as a kid. So, I don't know, I've been bullied all the time.
Look, I'm tired of being bullied.
It had a profound effect on me, being bullied. Being bullied, you contract a really disgusting terminal cancer, and it's something you never forget. You just never forget it. The only reason I allowed him to do that because my fear consumed me and allowed him to take advantage of me.
He's had it rough.
I used to fly pigeons all the time, and then one day these guys found out where I had my pigeons, and one guy said, "You want your bird back?" And he just took the bird and popped the neck. He threw him on the floor, and then I said, that's the first time I ever had a fight, and I won. I happened to meet these guys. These guys they were breaking houses. I would go and I would go in the pockets because I was the shortest guy and the smallest and the youngest. So I would always go in the pockets of the guys. And on some of those occasions, some of my friends that got caught.
Me and your world is so vastly different. You could never understand the action and the excitement of it all. I mean, the cunningness, to be able to outsmart somebody was a big thrill. Not just to go out there and beat a guy up and slam on the ground and take his wallet, to outsmart them, to outtime them.
It's the first time I was ever arrested, and I was 12 years old. So I started going there on an often basis, probably twice a month, once a month, 3 times a year, and eventually they sent me upstate. I went to Tryon Detention for Boys upstate New York. I met a gentleman by the name of Bobby Stewart. His name was Irish Bobby Stewart that he fought under.
I remember the day Mike came, yes. I remember the first time laying eyes on him.
So I went over there and I wanted to box him. He hit me in the stomach. I never felt the feeling. I just felt like I died. And I jumped back up the shore. I was tough, but I couldn't feel anything. It's my whole blood circuit. Everything stopped. I said, what? I couldn't talk. I couldn't breathe. I don't know what the hell happened. I said, can you teach me some more of that, sir? And then he started teaching me how to box. And once he started teaching me how to box, he realized I was getting close to getting on parole to go back to Brooklyn. He said, I don't want you to go back to Brooklyn because you're going to get in trouble and get killed or go to jail. I want you to go to this man. He took me to Cuss, and Cuss met me at 13 years old. And as soon as he met me and saw me box, he started, it's crazy. He started planning my whole career and my whole life out. We're going to win the nationals, we're going to win the local tournament here, we're going to win this tournament here, we're going to win this one, you're going to win the Olympic trials, then we're going to get you the heavyweight champion, we're going to get $1 million in your first fight as a pro, then we're going to get you into the heavyweight championship, we're going to build you a ring, we're going to fight you constantly, and we're going to make you the youngest heavyweight champion in the world. And for some weird reason, I was like 13, I didn't want to appear that I was afraid. And he said, are you ready for the job at hand? And I said, yes, I am. But I had no idea what he had in store.
Training to be a warrior, training to be the best.
I don't trust anybody in general. I don't like people to know me at all. And I just recently trust him because the same much I trust him, I guess he trusts me.
Customato would watch me for he didn't let me box. He would just talk to me for 2 or 3 weeks about fighting and the psychology of fighting. And what fighting was truly about, fighting wasn't nothing physical, it was all spiritual.
And he said, you have too much talent, you know what I mean? And he said, you're a good kid, but if you go back to Brooklyn, you're only going to get yourself in trouble. And from that point on, he adopted me.
You could be champion of the world. You could devastate the world. No man could take what you did. You just got to believe it. I looked at this guy, and then I started thinking. I said, this guy's really crazy. That's what I said, this guy's crazy. He said, you do what I tell you to do, and if it doesn't work, then you could leave.
When you got nothing to lose.
So I said, okay, bet. So I did everything he told me to do, and
let's kick some ass.
I won. I won every championship from the amateur
If he
championship.
weren't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that he is here and doing what he's doing and doing as well as he's doing and improving as he has gives me the motivation and interest to stay alive. It gives me the motivation. I will stay alive and I will watch him become a success because I will not leave until that happens.
I turned my whole life over to boxing. I turned into a complete animal.
Fucking diesel, square-headed, destroying machine, fast twitch muscle fighter.
So, I think so. That's it. It's like a steam hammer.
23-pound weight advantage.
Talent? I don't believe in talent. Well, some people, they have talent. It's good. It helps when you have talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need.
I was accompanied by Jimmy Jacobs, who was my manager at the time, and he had told me that within 10 hours, Cus would be dead. I was just 19 years old. I didn't know what to do with my life. I was very scared. I felt very vulnerable. I felt lonely. I just felt naked to the world. I just felt like a very vulnerable young boy.
All he did was sell me dreams. He was telling me wonderful things, what we're going to accomplish and who we're going to be and how we're going to help people, what we're going to do. And you're the greatest fighter God created. He put that fire in me.
Everything about his life was about me. And so I never had a father, but I know what it's like to want to make a father happy. And so I wanted to be champion to make him happy.
I wanted to make my father proud.
This will be the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. He could go into the record books tonight as one of the very youngest heavyweight champions of all time if he can capture the title from the reigning champ, Trevor Berbick. Now with the left hook is Berbick, and Tyson flips him with the left hand. Look at this combination, and Berbick ready to go. Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away, and he gets Trevor in trouble, and he's down. He'll have to ease the body. Wow, with that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a light left hook, and he goes down. He goes down. He should be able to get up from this. His legs may be shut. They are. As Trevor Berbick falls back into the rope, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. He's got the heart, but his body won't let him do what his mind wants.
The winner by a TKO and youngest and new WBC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Michael Tyson.
Because at this particular point, I was throwing, what can I say, hydrogen bombs.
What a fighter, absolute ferocious, and what a game man. He took every punch in the book to wind up the opposition.
You got knocked the fuck out!
He was called the baddest man on the planet for his incredible punching power and aggressive fighting style. Having waited for the right moment under the hail of blows.
That was Mike Tyson. Yeah, no shit, that was Mike Tyson.
Damn, he's good.
I don't know how someone becomes a great fighter. Everybody has a different path in which they take. My path was just sacrifice and dedication and discipline and giving up what you thought was important for a cause that you feel is more important. And the discipline was doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Mike Tyson, he's like three crazy people, man.
Walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes on him. Then once I see a chink in his armor, boom, and one of his eyes may move, and then I know I have him. He still looks at me with his piercing look, and as if he's not afraid, but he already made that mistake when he looked down for that 1/10 of a second.
Still the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson! I'm the king of the world!
I'd like to dedicate my fight to my great guardian, Customato, and I'm sure he's up there and he's looking and he's talking to all the great fighters and saying his boy did it.
I was that kind of person that really my objectives was just to hurt people as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know, not just beat them, but just to really hurt them so they never forget me. And that was just my goal. That's what I learned from Cuts. That's all I knew. You know, I never experienced love. My love was hurting people. The more people I hurt, the more love I received. And at one stage, I was a god, but I just didn't know what to do. I was on the clouds, but I just didn't know what to do. I was there. I got sucked into all my vices, women, drinking, parties, spending, and it just took a toll on me. It took a toll on my self-esteem, took a toll on my whole barometer, so to speak.
This is what a nightmare looks like. Mike Tyson's nightmare. It was the richest fight in boxing history. Mike Tyson wasn't ready. Lennox Lewis was. It was the night Mike Tyson hit rock bottom in the ring.
Where do you go from here, Mike?
I don't know, man. I might just fade into oblivion, you know what I mean? I don't have nowhere to go and nothing to do, you know what I mean? I just go fly my pigeons on the roof in New York.
I messed up. I'm sorry.
I learned gratitude. This is what I learned from life kicking my ass. I learned gratitude. There's so much power in humbleness. I know the power of humbleness now.
How did you learn that?
I have to lose everything. And it's not about me, you know. The world's bigger than me.
But that night changed my life.
That guy had to die. That guy had to no longer exist in my life in order for me to survive in the new world.
And the guy you were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy from the past could no longer project anything kindly to my future. Yeah. So he had to die, and I had to be a different person.
I always cry before I fight.
You did? Always cry before you fight? What were you crying about?
I don't know. That's just who I am.
What's the emotion? Are you?
You know, I'm getting ready to change into somebody I don't like.
Mike Tyson, you were the greatest fighter that ever lived, and you didn't like that guy.
No, because he brought more than just fighting with him.
What do you mean?
He brought like jealousy, enviness, guilt. He brought a lot of stuff. But everything that was bad was that guy. I was addicted to chaos. I had no self-love and I showed it.
I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
Everything I did wrong gave me riches and wealth and everything that everybody else wanted. But I just wanted to be like everybody else. Sometimes we don't understand, like, what is this thing? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why do I have to go through this pain? Why do I have to go through this fear all the time? Why can't it just be peaceful all the time? Then it wouldn't be life. You know, it wouldn't be life. We have to take life at its term. Life on life terms, not on our terms. You say you love life, you want to live life. I'm going to show you life. Life is beautiful, but you have to accept the good and the bad as being beautiful. You can't accept the good. Oh, this is beautiful. Then we lose somebody. Our life sucks. Life is beautiful because life gives us the ability to just know them on our journey in life. We met them. We loved them. We cared about them. They cared about us. That's the purpose of life, just to enjoy what we had while we journeyed through it. As soon as God starts noticing you, so does the devil. So that means you're going to shine and you're going to fall too. That's what this life's all about. Rising and falling, rising and falling. We're all going to make mistakes in life, but when we make those mistakes, we will allow those mistakes to become blueprints to a bigger part of our success in our life and in civilization. We need adversity in our life. Adversity makes the strong strong and the weak weaker. It's up to you which one you're going to be. It's what happens when you deal with that adversity. What are you going to do? You going to lay down for it, or you going to keep fighting it? And that's what life's about, fighting adversity, overcoming adversity, and see what kind of person are you going to be bitter and mean because life wasn't kind to you, or you figure
this means. Life had to beat all of us up. Had to get my heart broken a couple of times. Then I realized, if you don't get your heart broken, it's not a man no longer. That's part of life becoming a man. And that struggle is no progress. We have to overcome ourselves. The fight is within ourselves. We have to beat ourselves. That comes with discipline. Doing what you hate to do it like you love it. It's all about not being discouraged. Listen, I've been knocked out, beat up as a kid, younger fighters. Is capable of being done. I've been listening to people tell me I wasn't going to do anything with my life.
I always thought I was the champ of the world. It was in your head, right? All the time. And in my heart, always know.
Training is not just doing all exercises. That's the easy part. In boxing, it's training physically. Mentally, that's the hard part. And people have you doing it over and over and over and over and over and over. That's not building up your body or your legs or your heart. Is building up your mind.
You know, it's all about peace and love when it comes down to the situation. It all comes to peace and love. My whole life I was taught it was about ferocity, viciousness, fear, inflicting and stuff. And all my life I found that that was a lie. And I found out it was all about being humble and subservient and giving to people and loving people and forgiving people for mistakes and shit. And coming to grips with that is just overwhelming, you know. Sometimes I cry a lot because I've been living the life that was wrong all these years. I felt all the pain I ever caused somebody. All the pain I ever caused people in my journey in this world. It felt the pain. I couldn't apologize enough. You know, sometimes it's hard to say to yourself, you know, I don't need myself. And I'm not changed. You know what? We can face who we are. We live a life trying to hide up who we are, ourselves, our secrets. We're not trying to live up. That's the reason that we have to meet and get married, because we can't live by ourselves, not by ourselves, but with ourselves. People say we can't live alone, no, we can't live with ourselves. And also we have experiences being with ourselves in our thoughts, in our past. But challenge you to the person that you are. Make you a success. Make you a failure. What kind of how you plan music? It's just what we do here, what we do behind our camera. But just leaving here and knowing that you were kind to people, and people would say he was a kind person, he was a good person, and you gave him the best you had. You gave life the best you had. You just left this all on the concrete, you know. You don't let anything back, you know. Life is just preparing you for death. That's what life is. It's pretty much a blueprint to death.
You know what Mike Tyson once said?
Just treat the world like you want the world to treat you. And